Now at 6, the Joplin City Council chooses a new mayor. Plus, some Carthage residents continue to pick up the pieces after a severe storm rips through the city square. And Southeast Kansas Health Departments team up to celebrate the education of children.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
City of Joplin has a new mayor. This is KOAM News at 6. I'm Dow Quick. The City Council last night voted unanimously to appoint Keenan Cortez to the role. Cortez has been serving as the city's mayor pro tem. The position is now filled by Josh Dieter. The city's new council was also sworn in last night, featuring 3 newly elected members. Some Carthage residents are still in the process of dealing with the consequences of a storm that happened a week ago. An apartment building next to the square was severely damaged by water and wind. KOAM's Fernandez Silva has more.
When I went upstairs, there was just glass and metal and ceiling tiles all over everything. Everything soaked. Everything was just covered in debris. Everything's nasty. It just smells horrible. The walls and the floors are have this white powder film on them. You can see mold. It's just gross.
The video shows what Eli Wells saw as soon as he went back home after the April 1st storm. But the night when the storm hit right before evacuating the building was even worse for him. Can you tell me what you saw on that night and what happened when you were sleeping?
I woke up to glass shattering and things falling and the whole building shaking and the sound of a storm outside. And I woke up and there was cardboard all around me. I was hit in the face with a ceiling tile that fell, and it was all wet.
Eli's family is one of 5 who lived in the building when the storm hit. While most families moved out, 2 of them, including the landlord Keith McBride, still live there. The pictures you see were sent to KOAM by McBride. He says he's addressing the issues and hoping to rebuild the place like it was. Meanwhile, Wells was couch surfing for a week. He now has a new place to call home, but is missing his furniture.
A lot of it's still up in the apartment. I'm gonna maybe take it to my new house if it's dry enough, but there's nothing really. Everything's ruined. Much we can do about it. Just slowly going to flea markets and doing whatever we can.
A lesson learned with one hope in mind.
Just for that never to happen again, or if it do, for me to have insurance for it all to be covered.
In Carthage, Fernandez Silva, KOAM News.
McBride says he has dehumidifiers running 24/7 trying to dry out everything. He's working with contractors to start the work soon. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Doug Heddy now for a first look at the weather.
Well, it turned out to be a nice Tuesday for us today. Temperatures right around 70 for afternoon highs, which we will definitely take. It's dry out there right now, but we do have some rain chances, which are going to increase as we go through the overnight hours tonight. But upper 60s to near 70 once you get out across Kansas and also Oklahoma. Kind of a stiff northeasterly breeze at about 10 to 15 miles per hour, and the winds are going to pick up as well as we go through the overnight hours tonight. We've had a few random little showers, mainly in our southeastern counties, but most of you are going to end up staying dry tonight. But big storm system to our south, and here's the upper level low that is going to head toward us late tonight into the morning hours tomorrow, increasing our chances for rain. Just a random little shower out there over the next several hours, and then showers will start to increase late tonight and pick up throughout the daytime hours tomorrow. So we're going to talk more about this here in just a bit.
See you soon. Active Lifestyle Events today presented a check for $1,700 to the Joplin Trails Coalition. That check helped fund a recent installation of a concrete ramp on the west side of St. Louis Avenue for trail users with disability issues. The new ramp makes the trail more accessible and safer for all trail users.
People were just not able to get up because of that big lip, and they were not using this trail anymore just because of that. And we just thought, the trail should be used by everybody, whether they have a wheelchair or not.
The donation was funded by past proceeds from the Joplin Memorial Runs. The Midwest Transplant Network today held a celebration of life at the Freeman Business Center in Joplin. The network hosted the celebration for organ, eye, and tissue donors, transplant recipients, and those who are still waiting for the gift of life. Since it began in 1972, the Midwest Transplant Network's donor service has contributed to more than 32,000 transplants, thanks to more than 7,000 organ donors. CHCSEK partnered with the Crawford County Health Department and K-State Research and Extension today to host a Tasty Tuesday event. Families were encouraged to stop by to learn about healthy snacks and receive activity kits. The event is part of the Week of the Young Child, sponsored by the National Association for the Education of Young Children, which celebrates young children, their teachers, families, and communities.
We want the kids just to have some fun activities that they can do with their parents or their caregiver, so it's that connection to build them together.
During the March 26 Pittsburgh Commission meeting, the Mayor Stu Hyde proclaimed April 6th through the 12th as Week of the Young Child. Track athletes from parts of Kansas and Oklahoma gathered at Riverton High School for a half-century-old competition. John's going to have details of the annual Lester Garber Relays later in sports. But up first, the future of public land around Lake Springfield might finally have a plan from the City Council. The U.S. Supreme Court today declined to pause Missouri's impending execution of Brian Dorsey. Dorsey is scheduled to be put to death this evening for a double murder. He was convicted of killing his cousin and her husband in 2006. Yesterday, Missouri's governor denied clemency for Dorsey. In his clemency petition, Dorsey said he was deeply remorseful for the murders and that they happened while he was suffering a drug-induced psychosis. Dorsey had a warden, former corrections officers, and his old high school football coach back his plea for clemency. Plans for the future of nearly 1,000 acres of the public land around Lake Springfield and a defunct power plant got approval from City Council. Chris Bryant spoke with the city and those who use the park about the plans and what they could mean for the city.
Last night, Springfield City Council unanimously approved the plan for the redevelopment of the area around Lake Springfield. And things are in the first 100 meters of a marathon.
Being accepted last night, that doesn't mean that there's still there's always an opportunity for public input and feedback. So we're continuing the discussion.
An $800,000 grant from the U.S. Department of Commerce and a donation from the Hatch Foundation helped pay for the plan, but there's nothing left to make it a reality.
We don't have any funding secured for any of the visioning that we've created in this plan.
That vision includes building a wetland area and having islands in the lake for kayakers and walkers to access.
Don't actually put your weight though, because that point will actually start to hurt.
For photographer Ty Grewell,
There you go. And we'll go head up, chin tilt a little bit.
Lake Springfield provides the perfect backdrop.
A lot of good photography use out here, and if we can expand that, I know my family and I, we come out here, we'll walk trails, take natural shots, family portraits.
As he worked on this Tuesday afternoon, he considered this an added focus to the natural landscape.
Just having that natural aspect and beauty within the city, within reach for many, is, a viable thing for our community.
No matter if you're clicking the shutter or the hired help for the day.
I'm just hoping that they do it right and we're able to be out here more.
A connection to the Chadwick Trail is also included with some ideas for the former site of the power plant that was decommissioned 3 years ago. That area could be transformed into an entertainment district.
Basically, the goal of this plan was to create a vision and create an idea for what this Lake Springfield area can look like. So this is 1,000 acres of publicly owned land that we're looking at. Obviously, the biggest focal point is Lake Springfield itself.
Many see Lake Springfield area as a hidden gem, and with the power station decommissioned, the city sees an opportunity to grow the area for recreational use.
Another possibility discussed is the area southeast of the former power plant site could become a glamping zone with cabins, campsites, RV parking, and a mountain bike adventure park. A little bit later, the Lions and Gorillas hit the road for some Tuesday afternoon baseball. John's going to have that story coming up later in sports.
Plus, we have some rain increasing for us tonight, and those details are coming up. Well, it's turned out to be a nice Tuesday for us today. Plenty of sunshine during the morning hours, and then those mid and upper level clouds increasing throughout the afternoon, which you can see on our Cornell Arts and Entertainment tower cam. We're looking downtown Joplin at this time. Looks pretty good, but this is the beginnings of our next storm system, which is going to change our weather up as we go through the next 36 hours or so. The evening, pretty good. Could be a random sprinkle, but we drop back through the 60s, 50s, eventually into lower 50s later on tonight. We've had a couple of little showers that popped up over towards Springfield and Branson, but as of now, not much going on. You can still see a couple little sprinkles just southeast of Springfield, but here's our next storm system building across the southern plains. Here's the upper level low. So any severe weather, and this is because this storm system is tracking so far south, the upper level low is going to track south of us, which puts any severe weather down across the southern states. So we're just kind of getting the northern brush of this system, but we are going to get some rain out of it, which is good because we need the rain. All right, let's go through time tonight. Spotty little showers. Here's 5 a.m. Some scattered showers start to pop up. Could get a few rumbles of thunder for us tomorrow. Scattered showers through the morning. Notice our temperatures were only into the 50s. As we continue through the day, the rain picks up, becomes a little bit more persistent. Some embedded little thunderstorms, nothing strong, nothing severe. Still sitting mid to upper 50s. Rain increases as we go into the evening hours. Now we're looking at 6:30, showers, even some thunderstorms, especially in our southern counties, and then showers slowly taper off as we go through tomorrow evening, and then by Thursday morning, these are gone, back to partly sunny skies, back into the mid 60s for highs. All right, so rain chances, they really go up late tonight into the morning hours, afternoon, then taper off tomorrow night. Thursday will be on the dry side. How much rain could we get? If you live in our northern counties, not much, maybe just a trace. But once you get down to Pittsburgh, about 1/4 of an inch, about 1/2 inch, in Joplin, upwards of an inch in our southern counties, which of course we definitely need the rain. A day planner for your Wednesday, sitting into the 50s with the clouds and the showers. Temperatures are going to be kind of cool. High temp only right around 58 degrees. Plus the winds are going to start to pick up. We already have a northeasterly wind at about 5 to 10 to 15, but gusts will get moving for us tomorrow. We'll have winds gusting 30, 35 at times. Even on Thursday, they'll switch out of the northwest, but we're going to have winds gusting 30, upwards of 35 by the time Thursday rolls around. As we work toward the weekend, we do start to warm up. It looks pretty good, back into the 70s, even pushing 80 by the time Sunday rolls around. And then our next storm system, this is going to start to push in late Monday into Tuesday. And this is going to be our next shot to get some showers and thunderstorms that could be strong to severe. But the rain tonight, tomorrow night won't be severe. All right, 58 for you tomorrow, 65 on Thursday, up to 78 Saturday, 82 by Sunday.
Yeah, weekend to get outside for
Looking
sure.
pretty good.
I guess. Thanks, Doug. Still have Missouri Southern and Pitt State baseball both hit the road today. And the 57th annual Riverton Track and Field Relays take place this afternoon. John Dales has those stories and more up next in sports.
The 57th annual Lester Garber Relays take place this afternoon at Riverton High School. Track and field athletes from across southeast Kansas, southwest Missouri, and northeast Oklahoma make the trip to Riverton to compete. The 2024 Lester Garber Track and Field Relays underway at Riverton. Dawson Troth from northeast Arma wins the boys high jump at 5 feet 9 inches. On the girls side, Lucy Anderson, sophomore from Frontenac, performs well, getting up to 4'10", but she finished in second behind Bethany Umbarger from Cherryville, who gets up to 5 feet 2 inches. Boys long jump, Tucker Harrell from Colgan takes first place, 22.3 in his fourth attempt. He edges out Zane Stand from Quapaw, who takes second with 19.11. Then, no surprise here, Lily Brown from Colgan, she wins the girls long jump, 16.6. Her teammate Delaney Meek takes second. Those are just a few of the field events. We'll have updated scoring from the track events and the entire meet on our website tonight, koamnewsnow.com/sports. Missouri Southern and Pittsburgh State baseball both in action this afternoon, each of them on the road within the MIAA. Now we'll start with Missouri Southern. Bit of a shocker here. the 9th-ranked Lions fall on the road, 8-4 to Rogers State. The Hillcats in 6th place in the MIAA, and the loss brings Southern's record down to 30-10. The Lions back in action this weekend with a 3-game road set at Northeastern State. Elsewhere, Pittsburgh State baseball on the road at Emporia State. The Gorillas coming off the receiving end of a sweep against number 2 Central Missouri. They're behind 3-0 in the 4th inning right now, bottom of the 4th. After this game, PSU back at home tomorrow afternoon to face Oklahoma Baptist. Busy day for Major League Baseball as well. Both the Royals and Cardinals play on their home fields tonight. Now we'll start with the Royals. They play host to the Astros. First pitch just about 15 minutes away in Kansas City. Their ace Cole Reagans, he's the expected starting pitcher. He's looking for his first win of 2024 in what will be his 3rd start of the season. Meanwhile, the Cardinals at home against the Phillies again tonight. They just lost them in 10 innings last night. Sonny Gray, who the Cards signed to a $75 million contract during free agency this offseason, he's expected to make his first start in a Cardinal uniform tonight. And closing things out in the NBA, the Thunder begin their final homestand of the regular season tonight against the Kings. Tip-off scheduled for 7 o'clock. OKC has 3 home games left after this. Then the playoffs begin. So we just finished up college basketball last night. Pretty soon we're going to have playoff basketball in the NBA.
It never ends.
It does not, no.
We'll be right back. Here's a look at what's coming up on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. We're going to look at the role of teenagers volunteering their time to help the Pittsburgh Public Library. Plus, the spread of bird flu among cattle is causing concern for the CDC, and how solar panels in space can be used to combat greenhouse gas emissions. Those stories, a lot more, of course. It's coming up tonight. KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. Pitt State today hosted its annual math relay competition. More than 750 students came from 50 high schools across Kansas, Oklahoma, and Missouri to compete. The timed tests covered various math areas, and the day ended with grading and an awards ceremony. Event organizers hope to encourage a deeper interest in math for these high schoolers.
Be interested in math. I know a lot of the schools do have like math teams that go compete in different contests, and I just hope that it inspires them to look at some math in a little bit deeper way maybe they do in their high school classes.
The event marked the 54th year of that competition. You were a math minor, is that right?
I was.
Did you ever participate in anything like that?
No. I didn't.
It sounds like no fun to me. It's not to say it wouldn't be fun for some people. I know it's great fun for a lot of people. But it's necessary for your profession.
It is.
All right, give us some numbers.
All right, tonight we're going to drop back into lower 50s. We are going to get some showers increasing late. Rain picks up through the day tomorrow, even some embedded thunderstorms. Nothing strong, nothing severe. High temp, 58.
You deal with numbers all the time. Usually in the form of scores.
That we do.
Final sports notes.
We want to give a shout out to the Pittsburgh High School archery team. Took home first place in the state over the weekend.
That would be number 1. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you right back here for KOAM News at 10. Let's make it a great evening.